This is gonna be a rant, but I'm gonna talk about this particular subject. Does anybody remember the movie called Revenge of the Nerds? They had a part one, two, and three. The movie is titled Revenge of the Nerds, and I think the movie came out in 1984. Does anybody remember that movie? Well, as I've gotten older, because back in the day when I was younger, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. But as I've gotten older, I started to really study and dissect the movie for what it really was. And I understand it's a movie, but you have to understand the underlying factors of it. And to tell you the truth, when it came to the nerds and the jocks in that movie series, both sides are hypocrites. Both sides are major hypocrites, and I'm gonna tell you why. In the beginning of the series, the movie series, Revenge of the Nerds, the jocks basically ruled the campus. They basically took over the campus, and they ruled the campus with an iron fist. But once the jocks fell from power, that's when the nerds took over, and they took over the campus yards and all that shit. The college campuses and all that stuff. And what were the jocks? The jocks were defeated. They were poor. They were not homeless, but they was poor. They didn't have a lot of financial funds to help their campus house. You get what I'm coming from. It's like, okay, the main reason why I say that both sides are hypocrites is because you have one side, which the jocks that represent physical strength, but when it comes to the mind, the mental, they're pretty dumb, and vice versa. When it came to the nerds, they're physically weak. They're physically weak, but when it comes to brain power, they're very strong. But ultimately, both of those groups are such major hypocrites because both sides wants to run the campuses. They wants to run the whole college campus. And also, when I also checked out, Revenge of the Nerds, movie, another reason why the nerds and the jocks are major hypocrites because both sides represents they represent power. Both sides want power, so they would use dirty, nefarious means just to attain that power. And both sides are, to tell the truth, they're very perverted. See, when it comes to the nerds and the geeks, the jocks, they are overtly perverted. You know what I'm saying? They would use their machismo to grab onto the girls and kiss them and all that stuff. Basically show them that they're masculine. But vice versa, when it comes to the nerds are very they closeted perverts. You know, they may be shy on the outside, but inside they're very devious. And what I mean by they very devious is, like in the movie Revenge of the Nerds, they planted hidden cameras in the girls' campus house, and they was basically looking at the girls sleeping. So looking at the girls not only sleeping, but also in the washroom taking the showers and all that stuff, man. So when it comes to the jocks are overtly perverted. They like to show it off. But when it comes to the nerds, they're closeted perverts. You know what I'm saying? They may look innocent on the outside, but on the inside they're very devious. You know. To tell you the truth, man, what you want to think about it, both sides are disgusting. The nerds and the jocks, in the end, they ultimately are disgusting. It's just that one is out in the open. The jocks is out in the open with it, but when it comes to the nerds, they're very closeted. They like to hide their disgusting ways, disgusting needs behind closed doors. Yeah, but that's all I gotta say about that, man. That's all I gotta say as far as the movie, Revenge of the Nerds. because I had to really dissect the movie, so really set my ass down as an adult and really see the movie for what it really was, man. It's just a bunch of, it just, both groups, it's just a bunch of guys that was vying for power. So you had the nerds, you had two groups. The nerds and the jocks, they were vying for power. And they would do absolutely almost anything, any and everything just to achieve and hold on to that power. You know what I'm saying? You see the rise, so you see the fall of the jocks in the movie series, and then you see the rise of the nerds in the movie series. You get what I'm saying? Like each group, so you saw the rise and the fall of the group. You saw the jocks fell from grace, and you saw the nerds rise in power. But overall, both groups are hypocrites. They're major hypocrites. And that's all I gotta say about that, man. Shit, that's all I gotta say. So yeah, man. So I thank you so much, and have a good day.